I just want to spend a couple of moments talking about coaching. Now, when you speak to most organizations and if you ask them, do you coach or do your managers coach or even are your reps receiving quality coaching, they'll often say yes. But when you ask them to articulate what they're doing and how they're doing it, they often can't give you an answer. So I want to talk a little bit about why coaching is so powerful and also what are the signals that demonstrate that you have a good quality coaching capability within your organization. So let's start by talking about the difference between training and coaching. Often people conflate the two, but they're actually very, very different. Training is the transaction of knowledge. You often see this in a classroom or through a video or whatever the delivery mechanism is. Coaching is something very, very different. This is a coach guiding someone to the resource, to the answer, or to the answer itself. And this is often done by a series of pointed probing questions that allow people to create new pathways in the brain by the way that their perception is changed through questioning. Now, it's a skill. Most organizations think they do it and they don't, as we said before, but it's a really, really important skill. Well, why is it important? Well, number one, the return on investment in coaching is for every dollar spent, you get $7.90 in return, which is a massive ROI. Also, when you think about the retention of a new skill, with training alone, about 22% of it is retained. When you add coaching into the mix, that jumps up to about 88%. Now, the essays and the studies and the investment that's gone into writing papers around coaching is vast, and the outcome is always the same. People who are coached perform better. Think about a football team or a tennis player or even a ballerina. They are coached before their performance, and that's why coaching is so powerful. It delivers high performance and behavioral change. So how do you know your organization is using coaching effectively, or even if it's coaching in the first place? Well, first of all, coaching can't just happen in pockets. As you can imagine, that's inconsistent and only certain people are being coached. It has to be an organizational capability. So we find that organizations that are getting it right do several things. First of all, they train their managers how to coach, either externally or internally. And then they certify those managers on coaching. So what does that mean? Well, they sit there and they observe their managers coach and they pass a test to earn a coaching badge. They can now coach. It's also a KPI within a lot of businesses as well of how much coaching is being done by the manager. On top of that, we support them with the necessary tools and processes and practices to help them get better at coaching. So we often see coaching scorecards, which are designed to improve the area that the managers are coaching on, as well as technology. You can buy coaching platforms, which start focusing on the coaching and building out coaching plans. That leads me on to the next point, is that great organizations, the managers have a coaching plan that is bespoke and individual for every single rep that they're working on. So they're working on the competencies and they're seeing that competency resolve, go all the way through until they're both happy with how the rep is performing that particular competency.